Hey everybody, welcome back to Freeze Frame, the podcast where we stop to take a moment and discuss all the heavily talked about news having to do with this week of movies, TV, and streaming. This is episode 29, and we filmed about I'd say 15 minutes of this podcast, and I had Ben here on mute, unfortunately, so that was
probably like 10. We're okay.
10 minutes, not a lot, but it was horrible because we were getting into this movie news. It was great. It was a great conversation, and then I look over and I'm like, why isn't your audio beam going anywhere? And I was like, oh my god, it was on mute. But anyways, we'll go ahead and get into all the conversation. We have a special guest today, Ben. I'm forgetting to introduce you, the one and only.
It's me.
First Twitch friend and now IRL friend. Good friend of the channel. Glad to have you on here, buddy. Appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So before we get started, guys, here's a little bit of housekeeping. If you want to give us a review on audio platforms, that'd help us out. Let us know what we're doing right. Let us know what we're doing wrong. We also have Discord if you want to join the community and kind of talk to us on a more personal level. We have TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all the social media you can imagine, giving you more quicker updates on us and our lives, as well as pop culture and all the world of entertainment. But without further ado, let's get started. We have a first headline from Marvel here today. Spider-Man. A new Spider-Man trailer dropped, and it was apparently the biggest trailer of all time that's ever released, which is surprising. And one thing that I want to throw to you, I don't know if you kept up with the news of Endgame and the hype of Avengers Endgame, but this seems to be bigger than Avengers Endgame. Do you think we could see an event like this movie bigger than Avengers?
I don't know.
It's hard to say, right?
I'm really excited. I like Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. I've always loved Spider-Man. I'm really excited for this new film. I think people are excited simply because of the fact that, we're getting that multiverse kind of flavor. We're getting all of maybe what we hope for. I don't know. We're talking about, Toby and Andrew. So I personally don't know if they're going to show up. I hope that they do. Maybe in some weird end kind of thing. So we're going to have to continue this thing on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very excited for it. I'm very curious to see how Doctor Strange is more implemented in the MCU. I feel like his first movie was good, but it was just a little bit. It was more of like a flash in the pan, and I want to see more. I want to see a lot more. Yeah,
definitely open up this multiverse. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are going to be immensely disappointed if we don't see Toby and Andrew, because this could just be Tom Holland's story, and it's like, we got the villains, but it's not. They couldn't get them. It's so
but so that's what brings me to the next point. Is so we saw Sony say this is going to be Sony Spider-Man universe.
Yeah.
And then we've got the MCU, and they have a partnership thing going on. But I think with that Sony announcement for their Spider-Man universe, I think we might actually see one or two, or if not all of them together at some point.
Yeah, for sure. At some point. Yeah, hopefully. But for those of you that haven't seen the trailer, definitely recommend it. It is the most viewed trailer, so I'm sure everyone listening has probably seen it. But definitely exciting. It's coming in 4 months, and there's definitely more Marvel films to check out before then. But moving now to DC side of things, we got the Batman. This is next big headline. If you want to take it and start us off.
Sure. Yeah. So we've got the Batman. So Matt Reeves, the director, I believe, wants to make this Batman the most emotional Batman ever made. I don't know how to top, Nolan's movies, but those are pretty emotional. But I think we could see this happening because of the acting prowess of Robert Pattinson. He's been in a lot of indie films, and we can see he can definitely carry a film by himself. And I think when you're throwing on this layer of superhero mythos on top of that, I think we got something good working up.
Absolutely.
And I'm pretty excited for it. I really like Batman personally. I do like Robert Pattinson. I think he's a great actor, fantastic in most of his roles. And so I'm very, very hopeful that this can actually live up to, I guess, the hype, quote unquote, of a Batman movie. And I think he's had early showings already, early screenings.
Yeah, so apparently there was an early screening, and on Twitter they were talking about and kind of hyping it up on how well Robert did, as well as the Riddler. Paul Dano said that he's nuts. He looks crazy, which people, I mean, come on, people love. Yeah. I mean, he's a great actor too, and I think hearing that stuff just goes to show, you get the great director. I mean, the cinematographer, composer, all their previous work is so great in its own way that you put all these good pieces together that I think this Batman movie could be one of the best pieces of art.
Yeah,
Just
I
not
think
even
so. Yeah,
Batman,
I
right?
think it's going that direction. Yeah, I'm excited.
Definitely exciting. Yeah, hopefully we'll get a new trailer soon. DC Fandom is actually coming up, so it's like an event where the first trailer was. That's coming up in October, I believe, and I'm
Okay.
sure we'll get another trailer.
We'll
Like
see
they're ready
probably more trailers
for
for
sure.
that and Shazam, I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
yeah. We got
Yeah.
Shazam here. Apparently, the director David Sandberg just said that they're at the finish line, wrapping up of Shazam: Fury of the Gods. And we talked about a couple weeks ago, the movie with The Rock, Black Adam. That one I think wrapped production as well. So
That's gonna be exciting.
DC probably is crazy, right? Yeah.
That one I've seen the photos like from his Instagram or Twitter. That looks really cool. That'll look fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything with The Rock is always a good time.
I just saw last night. I just watched Jungle Cruise for the first time.
Oh,
I
really?
thought it
What'd you
was
think?
absolutely so much fun. Like,
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that one.
Absolutely. I feel like it's the epitome of Disney, right?
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is like Indiana Jones meets Pirates of the Caribbean, and it was a perfect movie. I love those movies, so that was great.
And I think you saw probably The Rock was like, we have some new announcements for Jungle Cruise coming up, and I'm like, he's probably gonna get a sequel. Like he's probably setting up.
We got to make a sequel. Yeah, we got to make a sequel. I didn't know he was a producer on that.
Oh yeah, I think his company $7, right? Is that? I think
something like that. But I saw it and I was like, okay, that makes sense. So
I know it's crazy.
Yeah, very cool.
Working his way up, nuts. Yeah. Anyways, well, we have original franchise and then we have reboots. We have Beverly Hills Cop 4 and Scarface reboot. So apparently they're moving forward and they're set to shoot in California. So this comes from the Film Commission. So this announced on Monday the 23rd film projects that are selected to receive tax credits as part of the California Film and TV Tax Incentive Program. So there's plenty of films here. We got, of course, Scarface and Beverly Hills Cop 4 were named, and it just goes into the details of kind of like the taxing, the percentage of it, as well as, more films that are placed inside Los Angeles in the zone. Yep. And it's more of a, statistical type information thing. But I mean, it's kind of crazy that we're getting more and more reboots. And I think it's because of these streaming services. What are your thoughts?
I agree. I don't necessarily find it that amusing. I think just like let them go away. Like they had their moment. They can go away. And let them be the classics that are untouched. I mean, Scarface doesn't need a reboot, personally.
Right? Yeah.
And I think that also kind of goes into like, I don't know if you could make some of these things like before today. Like, I just don't think like it's a little more difficult with, you just can't do certain things, without really being shamed. I mean, like looking at those movies today, like a lot of those things probably wouldn't work.
Yeah, absolutely. Get canceled 100%.
Yeah. And so, that's like one of my points of view where you're kind of pushing it a little too hard, especially for like the streaming services. But I don't know. I feel like kind of like in video games, like we keep on making remakes of things. Like, inevitably, we're just going to run out of ideas. So
yeah, it's hard nowadays to make original ideas. And then when they are original, they don't get funding, or they don't get
they won't take a chance.
Yeah, it's hard for actors to take a chance. So yeah, I'm with you. It's difficult. It's weird times we live in. But continuing on the train of remakes, if you want to take this next one down.
Sure. So we're in The Lion King.
Yeah.
So Barry Jenkins, The Lion King prequel, has a cast. Aaron Pierre, young Mufasa, Kelvin Harrison Jr. as, was it Taka?
Oh yeah.
Rumored to be a young Scar. And the film will explore Mufasa's origin and the mythology of the Lion King world. Oh, so we're gonna get like a little multiverse here of the Lion King. Like, we're gonna go back.
Absolutely, I was interested because I was like, "Is this gonna be animated like they did, the remake or live?"
With it, like the John Favreau one.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like that.
It's probably gonna be like that. Yeah.
And I was like, "Wow, so interesting." I would never have thought to do something like that, but I guess it did well. The first Lion King did. Yeah. Disney,
money.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, dude.
That was interesting.
I mean, you know what? Those movies are pretty cool. I mean, that kind of animation and those graphics are that's something else. So I mean, that's gonna be awesome.
Absolutely, I'm right there with you. Yeah, and we'll see how they do at the box office and if they keep spreading the multiverse with those films. But
everything is a multiverse.
Honestly, yeah.
Everything's multiverse.
It's funny because even like the Dark Universe and like we're talking about Universal and Fast and Furious. There's so many.
Yeah.
I think I honestly feel like it's because of Marvel and the success that they've had. You know what I mean? Like it's because of Marvel.
Yes, it does, because they go, okay,
follows.
We couldn't flesh out all this movie, so we'll just make a sequel, and then from there
spin-off,
we'll watch and see who's got like the most what character has the most mentions, and then we'll make a movie off of that.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
we're gonna do.
Yeah, absolutely. Or nowadays, like we'll make a series off of that because we won't give them the screen.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
on the streaming plus, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Okay, it is. Let's see. Now moving on to Robert Eggers' Nosferatu remake is reportedly going ahead with Anya Taylor-Joy in the lead role. I think great actress. I think this movie could be cool, but let's see with that one. I don't really have any others on that, but this next one actually seems kind of fun. I was kind of excited when I heard about this.
This one sounds great.
Yeah.
So, buddy cop movie with Dave Bautista, excuse me, pitched with Jason Momoa is reportedly happening, at least confirmed by Momoa. It's supposed to be shot in his home state of Hawaii, and Bautista texted him the pitch before tweeting it only just before. So, like, I guess we'll find out. I mean,
Right.
so here's my take on this one. I'd love to see this happen,
Yeah.
but I'd also love to see the Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans buddy cop movie.
Oh yeah.
Apparently
Okay.
they're like good friends, and so like that would be just amazing.
Oh yeah.
I think it'd be perfect.
I think there's so many actors, especially like superhero, that they left the superhero world that like you'd be like, oh, I want to see you do a comedy, but I want to like match it up and kind of dreamcast a movie, right? Like I thought you were gonna say Hemsworth and Danny DeVito. I don't know.
That would be funny, like a remake of Twins.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, like, why not?
Yeah, right.
Why not?
Just
I
do
mean,
it. They're funny.
They have enough screen time outside of superhero stuff to where like they probably need something else to do.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm for it. But yeah, I'm excited. I really like Dave Bautista, and I also like Jason Momoa.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Dave Bautista to me is a very good actor. I think he's underrated. I saw him in what was that movie where
Blade Runner?
Huh?
I'm gonna name some that he was in, like Blade Runner. He was in that one, and
no, it wasn't. It was on Netflix where he had to get. It was in New York, and there was like a Civil War kind of thing going on.
Oh man, okay. I'm not too familiar with some of his work.
Yeah, it was really good though. Dang, I wish I had the name of that movie, but yeah, it was a good movie.
Sorry to hear that. I'm looking up on, let's see, Iron Fists. I have IMDb. I'll try and see if I don't take too long looking it up.
Yeah. It sounds like a precinct or like a something.
Army of the Dead? No, wait.
No, not that one.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know.
I can probably look it up real quick.
Okay. I'll go to this next one while you're looking at it. You can feel free to interrupt me. So we have right here Tom Cruise and his Mission Impossible training. So CinemaCon was a big event, a conference that's happening in Vegas. And it's basically they were showing off brand new films, new companies, and they were talking about Tom Cruise. It was Mission Impossible as well as Top Gun. And they kind of get into it. But were you able to find it?
Yeah, it's called Bushwick.
Bushwick. Oh, dude.
Yeah, Bushwick.
Sorry, I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, no, it's a fun movie. I highly recommend it.
Okay.
But yeah, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, so this was crazy. So I don't know if you've seen on Twitter, the Christopher McQuarrie, the director of the new Mission Impossible, showed a clip of Tom Cruise driving a motorcycle off a cliff, pulling a chute, and it's like all really him and a helicopter. So they kind of dive deep into during this conference on that stunt. He apparently did 500 skydives to prepare, as well as 1,300 motorbike jumps or something like that. And it's all in preparation for apparently the hardest stunt he's ever done, where he jumps a motorcycle off a cliff to the parachute. And like, man, just crazy stuff. You know, it just goes to show like
that's insane.
Tom Cruise is the ultimate action star.
Tom Cruise is still the last action hero.
Yeah. I'm excited for this one, but
I love those movies. Like every Mission Impossible I have seen, I think they're so much fun. And like I'm a big fan. Like I just think they're great.
I'm there eating my popcorn. I'm like,
oh yeah, they're like,
Tom.
you know what?
Tom.
That's a blockbuster.
Yeah,
that's like the epitome of a blockbuster.
100%. Well, speaking of blockbuster, we got the king of them, Michael Bay.
Michael Bay himself.
Yeah.
Ambulance was shown at CinemaCon, and Yaha.
Yeah, so one of the actors, his name is Yahya Abdul Mateen. I believe that's his name. Yeah.
Wow. So, you want to take this one? This is like above my pay grade.
That's okay. Yeah. So there was a quote here talking about they showed footage for Michael Bay's new film Ambulance. So a little summary of it, which this is the first I'm hearing of too. So Yahya's character apparently needs money for his wife's surgery, and Jake Gyllenhaal is cutting him in on a $32 million robbery. Things go wrong, and soon the duo are on the run in an ambulance. And so people have talked about this. Once he finished on Underground, Six Underground on Netflix, he started production on this one, and people are already hyping it up like it's like his biggest action film yet. Crazy, like it's said to be nuts. And of course,
Very
Jake Gyllenhaal.
interesting.
Jake Gyllenhaal, I'm all in.
You like Jake Gyllenhaal? Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, I think he does some really good like crazy roles. You know what I mean? Like really gets nuts.
He gets what was that? Nightcrawler was really good. Yeah, it was a little weird, but it was really good at the same time. Like it was like almost uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm here for it. I like it.
Yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing him maybe return in Spider-Man. I don't know.
Yeah, sneak in there.
Mysterio, who knows? Okay, well, speaking of superheroes and now superheroes that no one else needs. No, I'm just kidding. Here we go. I'll have you say it. I feel like this is the polar opposite of who you are and what you enjoy as entertainment. Or do you enjoy CW? I don't know.
I honestly, I don't even watch CW.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Here's the thing. I do like Arrow.
Okay,
I watched Arrow on Netflix, and I was like, you know, this is kind of a fun show.
Okay.
And then that was it. Like I've never seen, Batwoman or The Flash. I've never seen any of those things, but they look fun.
So I'm wondering if you've heard of like what's been going on with the Arrowverse and how kind of far they've taken it. Have you seen
they have like their own Superman, right?
Yeah, now they do. They have a new they did like a multiverse kind of special, and it's gotten so ridiculous. They included the Superman from a 2007 film.
Right, I heard
came
that
back because he was acting in Legends of Tomorrow, so they just had him be like, okay, be your Superman, So well, we have
this is quite a lot to me. This is like almost it's like overload for sensory overload.
I feel you. Yeah. So the headline we have here is The Flash is gonna have a new 5-part event. Will bring heroes and villains from across the Arrowverse together for Armageddon on November 16th. We're going to see Reverse Flash, Sentinel, Mia Queen, the Atom, Batwoman, and all the CW heroes. So it's going to be a huge event, so stay tuned for that if you're excited for that. But now we'll move on to Netflix, which is the big one. We have a lot, so we'll get through these, and we'll truck through them. So first one, we'll talk about this first one. I'll get into it. So Netflix announces Tudum, which is their version of a conference. Yeah, right? Their intro. So, of course, we have a little headline here. The 3-hour event will be live streamed worldwide across the Netflix YouTube channels, as well as on Twitter and Twitch. There'll be pre-shows and showing off new shows, new movies, Charlize Theron, Chris Hemsworth, lots of future projects. And we're seeing this more.
Big A-listers.
We're seeing this more and more because of COVID. I feel like everyone's gone digital. You have now, DC fandom, and then you have Comic-Con, and now Netflix is doing Tudum. I feel like a lot of these announcements are going to be in shows like this.
Yeah, I agree.
It's wild. Weird times. I personally don't mind doing, like social media. I can just watch it at home and then upload a video. But
I like it for social media because I work, in the day, so I can check it on my iPad or phone or whatever, and then go, okay, this is really cool, and then go back to work.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't have to miss like the first day of Comic-Con because of work, which is on a Friday. And I'm like, oh shoot, like I wish I was there, but now I'm there.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And a lot of these events do add hype, I do believe, because versus just showing a trailer, it's like cool, but when you're like, and now world premiere, I mean, we see it all the time with game conventions.
Right. I agree. I totally agree. Especially, I mean, the names you've got: Dwayne Johnson, Chris Hemsworth, Charlize Theron. That's a ton of big A-listers right there. I mean, that's at least one Oscar.
Yeah, right. There's a lot. Yeah. So definitely looking forward to. We'll cover it here on the channel. So stay tuned. I'll post some updates. But yeah, if you want to take these next couple of light headlines, we can just get through them.
Sure. The Witcher: Nightmare of the Wolf has arrived on Netflix. Is that the anime?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the new anime. Animation style looks amazing. People who have seen The Witcher, they went in the reverse circle. So they saw The Witcher on the Netflix, and then they got into The Witcher 3, the game, and then the books. And then they're going back into The Witcher for the animated show. That's gonna be really fun. Cobra Kai scores an early season 5 renewal ahead of season 4. I think this is one of Netflix's biggest sleeper hits.
Yes.
No one, I don't think any executive went into Netflix thinking like, oh, it's gonna really rock is Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
And people love it.
Did you know
Yeah.
that it was YouTube originally?
Yeah.
Like, I never
People
knew
love
that.
it.
I just found that
Yeah,
out.
it's wild. Yeah. What was it? Machado, right? He kind of like
Mhm.
pumped it up.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he pulled the Ryan Reynolds on it.
Mhm.
That made it
So
happen.
good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, first picks from Netflix live action Cowboy Bebop series are here with John Cho as Spike Spiegel.
Nice.
They look amazing.
It looked cool.
I don't know if I said that right, but
No,
they look
yeah,
amazing.
I'm not too familiar.
I
with
saw them on Instagram.
Mhm.
I'm into it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm there.
Looks cool. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, this is fun. Army of the Dead prequel, Army of Thieves unlocks October 29th, 2021 release date.
Yeah.
That's so soon.
I know. Did you see Army of the Dead? Did you ever see that?
Yeah, I hated it.
Yeah. It's classic like zombie slasher.
It was so
yeah.
no, it was even worse than that. It was like zombies, and then there's like metal zombies, and then
Oh, they're
and then,
morphed, right? They're like superhuman, essentially, right? Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
ridiculous.
and then one of them looked like a robot.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, right, robots. I think it's like
I didn't quite
Oh.
understand, and plus like Dave Bautista's dead,
oh, I know, yeah.
so like his character doesn't go on.
Kind of a
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler,
But, I mean,
spoiler
like,
alert, yeah.
It's been out.
Mhm.
Spoiler alert's over for that one.
Mhm.
That's the thing. It's like I want to get into the multiverse of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But it feels a little jumbled. It feels like I don't know what was happening there.
True. And well, they did say that there will be a sequel now. It's officially announced. It's called a couple weeks back. Sequel, and so yeah, I feel like it's going to continue off with the guy. And then now we have the prequel with Dieter, which of course, if they could have done a spinoff on any character, I'm glad they did on Dieter because he was the best. I think the safe cracker, you know.
Yeah, that was
Cool.
interesting. Yeah, that was very interesting. I really liked his character too, so that'll be fun to watch. This looks great. Red Notice, starring
yes.
Dwayne Johnson, Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds. Okay, here's my hot take.
Okay.
I don't really like Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
People love
that's
him.
a hot take. Yeah.
But to me, if like talking to Ryan Reynolds outside of acting would be the same as him acting.
True.
It's
Yeah.
just like
He has that sarcastic demeanor to him.
I'm like,
Yeah.
that's what he does. Yeah, I know. I'm really like, this is all he does.
Yeah.
And so I like it was really fun when Deadpool came out, but then
Yeah.
like after that it was like a bit oversaturated with him. So I'm good with him like once every 10 years.
Okay. I feel he's a lot. I feel like if you talk to him at a party, it's just, dude, it's like
It would be him.
you're still
it
like
would be
this,
Deadpool.
like
yeah, like
it's
you're like,
Deadpool.
oh, so you actually like this.
You're Deadpool.
like-
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Like, bye guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel I get that. Okay.
So, but that's me.
Okay, so this big one now, Don't Look Up. This is Adam McKay's new big film. So they showed kind of a little clip of this where back in the start of the year when they said that they were going to announce a film a week for Netflix, right? This film has Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, Timothy Chalamet, Chris Evans, which I had no idea. I didn't know he was in this. Meryl Streep, Jonah Hill, Ariana Grande apparently, Kid Cudi.
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett. Like this is a stacked film, and this is going to be
This is a lot of people.
Absolutely. And it's like I think Adam McKay did The Big Short, right? And they said that this is going to be that vibe of their doctors are. Have you seen The Big Short about the stock market crash? That one?
About the lending practices. I haven't seen all of it, but I mean, yeah, I've heard of it.
It's pretty good. I'm surprised out of all people.
So they're gonna go in this kind of like drama docudrama kind of style.
Yeah, it's like these the end of the world is happening, like a meteor is gonna end the world, and so these Leo and Jennifer Lawrence are doctors, and it's kind of like that fast-paced vibe of The Big Short, kind of like, hey, we need to figure this out.
You know what?
Like humor.
They had me at Rihanna or Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Rihanna, okay, I'm in.
Okay.
I'm in.
Nice. Yeah, I'm interested to see, is this her acting debut? I bet it is.
I think it is. Yeah, it's got to be.
Interesting, is and with such a big cast, so funny.
It's a stacked cast.
Yeah. Okay.
Resume pad.
Okay. Moving on now, we have Jonathan Majors, Idris Elba, and Regina King's gunslinging western The Harder They Fall lands on Netflix November 3rd. Yeah, I think they showed a trailer for this. Looks pretty cool. Great for them. And then we have another trailer for another Netflix film with Benedict Cumberbatch, Kristen Dunst, Jesse Plemons, and Cody Smith McPhee. It's a Wild West fair type film called The Power of the Dog. That comes in theaters November 17th, as well as on Netflix December 1st.
They got double Wild West.
Yeah, right?
Wow, interesting.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
And then, I'll do this, and then you can take the next two. We have Eddie Murphy is co-starring with Jonah Hill in an upcoming Netflix comedy movie from director Kenya Barris. Now, I feel like, just like you were saying, Hemsworth and Evans. This is kind of cool. We're getting Eddie Murphy with Jonah Hill, another
That would
matchup.
be, see, this is gonna be a good matchup.
Mm-hmm.
I already know it's gonna be a great matchup, and we're gonna love it. And they're gonna do probably like 5 more.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I would
Yeah,
love
that's
it.
how it works.
Like, wow, give me more.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do we got here? So, 1 second, please.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's a helicopter.
Oh yeah, you're fine. I
Yeah.
can't hear it.
Oh, okay, cool. Robert Rodriguez says he's absolutely returning to direct We Can Be Heroes 2 next year. Netflix was shocked by the first film's numbers. They call it unstoppable. I've never seen any movie behave like that. Listen, I don't even know what that movie is. So yeah, it's not that unstoppable.
Do you know Spy Kids? You know,
Yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of in the vein of Spy Kids, where like Shark Boy and Lava Girl, where they had kind of the returning cast, and it's of a lot of a cast of kids, and their parents are superheroes, and the kids are now having to save their parents, and it's really it's just a kid film, but it's like
kids film.
Huge actors because of how popular Robert Rodriguez is. He gets all the big actors, so that's what's
very
kind of funny
interesting.
about it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, we know this one. Old Guard 2 sets Victoria Mahoney at the helm. Charlize Theron and main cast are returning. Now, I saw the trailer for Old Guard, the Old Guard. I thought it looked a little cheesy. It looked very try-hardy. It's one of those movies I'd put on in the background while I'm doing laundry or something, but it's never like, I wouldn't actually sit down and watch it.
Okay. Yeah.
In a similar vein, kind of like Six Underground.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Where it was like,
right. Yeah, they're both kind of,
yeah. So I don't know.
I think it's a cool concept. I think the Old Guard is based off a graphic novel, while I think Six Underground is original. And so I think there's a lot of source material to pull from, and it's like almost like exact beat for beat. But it's it's like a pop. You're eating popcorn. It's just like cool. If you have the time, watch it. But like you said, it's like Netflix has millions and millions of action films they're pushing out.
Millions.
Yeah. Okay, continuing on here now to HBO Max. We got wrapped up with all the Netflix ones. Let's get through the HBO Max. This is my favorite show of all time, Ben. I'm gonna tell you that right now. My favorite show of all time, Succession. Season 3 is coming this October. Confirms HBO, and they showed a little trailer. Have you heard of Succession or seen
what? I just got HBO.
Oh, really? Okay.
I just started Reminiscent, which is so far it's amazing.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm really into it. I'm gonna finish it tonight, so I'm very excited.
The
Matrix 4
better.
Matrix 4, like, is that gonna be streaming on HBO?
Yes, that will be a day one.
That's incredible.
I know.
Okay, cool. Love that.
And then as well as Batgirl, a new Batgirl film, which is Leslie Grace was just announced as Batgirl, and J.K. Simmons is going to be Commissioner Gordon in the Batgirl film, so it's going to be, just spinning off the film. But
how does that work, though? I think for a casual person like myself, how does that work? So we've got like 7 Batmans basically.
Yeah, at once.
We have like the HBO Batgirl, and then we have Gotham, or we had Gotham.
Yeah, true.
And then we have the new Batman coming out, but they're all in different studios. So is there ever going to be a cohesive Batman cinematic universe, the BCU kind of deal?
Yeah, I think with DC and Warner Bros, they're kind of focusing more on solo, picture art films with these heroes more than setting like a coherent universe like Marvel's doing. I feel like they tried that with Justice League and Aquaman, and it didn't work out with just how time with Zack Snyder. So at this point it's like we'll make Robert Pattinson, but then we'll make Batgirl. I think is set in the Batfleck universe. With Justice League.
That's what the Batfleck universe.
This Batgirl.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, the Commissioner Gordon is the same Commissioner Gordon in the Justice League film. So it's that
That's
whole.
right. Yeah.
It's very confusing. Believe me, it's.
See, I'm not alone then.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm right there with you. It's
all right.
It's a lot, but yeah, you could continue on now with Disney Plus.
Yeah, Disney Plus. Marvel Studios is reporting looking to cast a Latino lead in an untitled Halloween special for D+. The project is targeting an early 2022 production start and may be based on Werewolf by Night. I'm here if they need me.
Yeah.
I can grow some facial hair. I could look 18 if I shave. So just an idea, Disney.
You have the star look. You have the Marvel hero look. Yeah.
It's kind of a thing. I've been told.
Really?
You know, I
Yeah.
can grow a few inches to be like that 6 foot guy, but you know, Tom Cruise is like 5'7", so
Oh yeah, you don't need it. It's short kings rule the
our
heroes
kings
now, dude.
rule. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. We'll definitely look forward to when you star in this. Invite me to the premiere. Okay.
I will. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Okay. Moving now on to Peacock. Surprisingly, another service that I think this is the one I don't have. Peacock. But anyways,
I don't have it.
okay.
I don't have
I'm
this.
interested.
Yeah.
What services do you have? Because I'm just.
I have
Mhm.
Netflix, Disney,
Mhm.
HBO. I have YouTube TV, but like doesn't count.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean just for TV.
Mhm.
I don't have Hulu per se. I have Hulu, but it's like, you know, came with my Spotify. So if I'm gonna watch something, it's gonna have ads, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I guess I could say Hulu,
Okay. Cool.
Hulu-ish.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Amazon Prime, I got that. And I've got like 6 months or 3 months free of Apple TV Plus.
Oh, nice, nice. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apple TV's surprisingly, I think just
Which
Ted
I've
Lasso.
heard they have really good programming.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
actually like Emmy award-winning programming, and
Dude.
they're literally like lining it up. So I
Mhm.
think it's gonna catch on in like another 3 years.
Oh, absolutely. Ted Lasso is like
Yeah.
the big one. That's the big one.
Ted Lasso is the big one. My little
Mhm.
cousin, he loves Ted Lasso. He was telling me all about it. Like I want to
Mhm.
see it now. So I'm gonna
Dude.
boot up that free preview.
And now that you got HBO Max, dude, you have a lot to get through, dude. So
I know.
I
I'm
recommend.
like lost. I mean,
Yeah,
there's so much stuff.
it is a lot too, but you get through it pretty fast. I recommend Westworld and Succession on HBO. Those
Okay,
are two.
Westworld. Yes, Westworld. I've seen 3 episodes of, and I was like, I need to see all of this. So
It's great.
I'm excited.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Same creator of Westworld did Reminiscence, actually.
I read that, and I was like, okay, I'll watch it. So, but also, I
nice,
really
okay.
like Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
And
Great.
I'm that kind of movie where it's very sci-fi, futuristic,
Mhm.
still grounded in reality. That's my jam right
Okay.
there.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So let me ask, since you have TV, I don't have TV service because of how
Yeah.
like I can be filled up on all these services that I have. Do you
Yeah,
watch more
yeah.
services or do you watch more TV?
So for me, I stare at a computer like all day for work.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like, do I take time for myself to watch like another thing on the TV or
Mhm.
computer, whatever it is? And right now I just put on Sports Center and just like TikTok.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
it's so
I get it.
bad.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But I just got a new iPad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got like
Yeah.
the Pro, like
Mhm.
the 11-inch
Oh,
Pro.
okay. Okay.
So nice. And so I just started watching Reminiscent on it. So like I think right now I'm starting to move into like, okay, yeah,
Dude,
now I can jam out
you're
like with my
stuck.
AirPods
Yeah,
on.
you're gonna
I
get
know it's gonna be
caught.
amazing.
That's
You'll never
awesome.
see me.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Hilarious. I love that. Okay, interesting. Thanks. Okay, well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. So NBC, now back to the Peacock headline. NBC content chief is open to a reboot of The Office. Surprisingly, I don't know if a lot of people like that.
I don't know how you reboot unrebootable show, but you know.
Yeah, that's what I think the creator was saying here. Rovner, who's the chairman in entertainment content of the TV and streaming at NBC, was speaking to Deadline, and in a panel there was no comment. Apparently, she said, but she did say it's up to Greg Daniels, who developed the NBC adaptation. It's up to him if he wants to do it. We're standing by, but I don't know. I feel like,
mean,
nah, they shouldn't.
that goes back to my comment about those reboots. It's like I don't even know if you could really make an Office again.
Right? Yeah.
Because of how quickly social media can like jump on people, and maybe cancel them or whatever it is, because some of those subjects like the Oscar kissing scene, right, in The Office,
Yeah, there is some humor that people talk about now.
Yeah, and so I don't know if you could do that.
Yeah, absolutely. You catch lightning in a bottle, essentially, and you're like,
yeah, exactly.
It's a time,
right?
it's
like
time.
once it's out, it's out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So we'll see.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so now Apple TV, you just you're diving into the services. What do we have here for Apple TV?
Chris Evans and ScarJo have been cast in Ghosted, a romantic action adventure. Okay, so the rumors on the net, the internets are they might have slept together. So
oh, hey,
so,
they've been such great friends with Marvel.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? Honestly.
So this we'll see. We'll know from this movie or from the show I guess maybe.
Mhm.
If it's true, because of that chemistry, it'll be there.
Oh, it's gonna be so great. You're gonna be like, these two. It's gonna be like Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. You know when
Yeah,
they
yeah, it's gonna be like Braga,
they
or
love.
it'll be even worse. It'll be like Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They literally get married.
Where they
fall in love.
literally get married. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
that's
but
good.
she just
That's
had a child
accurate.
with her husband or something like that. So
Yeah, that's
I have the
right.
Daily Mail. Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, I got you. That's pretty accurate. I like that. Okay. Now moving on to Showtime, we have Dexter. Of course, the big return is coming. Dexter New Blood. We got some first new photos looking at the family. Jack Alcott's debut as Dexter's son Harrison, as well as Deb's return as Dexter's new dark passenger. So Jennifer Carpenter makes her big return as Deborah Morgan in the Showtime limited series, where she's taken over the role of her brother's dark passenger in the premiere episode. Of course, the continuation of the series will premiere on November 7th. Interesting.
Okay.
Dexter's
I like
very,
it.
it's like a cult classic.
People love Dexter. Yeah.
Mhm.
Again, I've never seen it. Maybe I will now. Who knows?
Yeah, it's one of those that's like on the list, but I'm like, it's at the bottom. You know, never.
Yeah,
never
it's on the bottom. It's on the bottom for me.
Okay, and well, that's it for our major news. Essentially, wow, we got through that pretty fast. That's
We
a lot of good
crushed it.
stuff. Yeah. Now we have our light news. So this is just fast. If you want to take these three, we could. You could.
Yeah, I can take these three. Yeah.
them
So,
out,
in lighter news now, Pixar has released a statement on the passing of Ed Asner. Ed was a real-life Carl Fredrickson, a veneer of a grouch over an incredibly loving and kind human being. Russell, Doug, and all of us at Pixar will miss him terribly. He just passed away today, right?
I think I put that in light
Yeah.
news because I wanted to separate. I forgot to mention it in the beginning because it was such a big
That's okay.
thing.
You
It was
know
pretty
what?
sad about Ed Asner.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Ed.
Yeah, that is sad. He did pass today, I think, right? Or yesterday.
Yeah, I believe it was today, earlier today. I think.
Yeah, early today.
Mhm.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
What can you say?
Mhm.
Netflix teases the return of You for season 3. Big
Mhm.
stuff, big moves. The Umbrella Academy season 3 has finished wrapping or filmed wrapping filmed as wrap filming.
Yeah.
Excuse me. On Netflix though,
Mhm.
I just started, or I'm on season 2 of Atypical. That's a
Oh, okay.
fantastic show.
Oh, I've heard great things. That's
Yeah.
award winning too, right? I'll check
I
that out.
don't know, but it's a fun show. Yeah.
Okay. I have to check
Yeah.
that one out. I think the one that I'm on right now, I just finished Dave on Hulu.
Okay.
Have you seen
Yeah.
Dave about Lil Dicky, the rapper? It's like
No,
his
is
story.
it good?
It's great. Like it is
Yeah.
like very emotional, surprisingly, because it's kind of
Oh,
a
wow.
satire about his own life as a musician. Because
Oh,
he's
okay.
a white Jewish guy trying to be a rapper, you know.
Well,
And-
I mean, that's what's that band? Beastie Boys. That's the Beastie
Oh,
Boys.
yeah, true.
Same
Yeah.
deal.
hmm
Yeah.
He makes a lot of humor about it, though. You know, like he makes a lot of
Yeah.
jokes about it, and it's a very emotional story because it's true. You know, it's
Yep.
true about his life, but you know, amplified for
True-ish.
humor. Yeah, true-ish, but
Yeah,
it's very
true-ish.
like touching, very touching
Yeah.
at times.
Okay.
And I was
Cool.
like, wow, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Moving on
Wow.
now, this to our recommendations. So what we do at the end of the show is, you know, we always have the guest and we say, hey, what's your recommendation that you want to recommend to the audience at home? What you're watching, what you're enjoying. If you have any recommendations, you feel free to start us off. Anything that you'd like to recommend.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go back to my earlier statement. My recommendation is Atypical.
Okay, nice.
I put it on at home
Mhm.
and I watch it with my girlfriend, and it's just it's a cute show. You can actually like jump in at like episode 2 season 1, or I'm sorry, episode 2 season 2, and pick up what's going on up until then, because it's that
Okay.
accessible.
Wow. Cool.
And it's just a good show. It's about a neurodivergent person. So
Mhm.
I believe this person has autism, the main character.
Mhm.
And how the family interacts with him and how he interacts with the world and navigates, growing up through high school and, going to college. And it's just it's a really good show. And I'm a big fan of it. It's on Netflix. I think there's 3 seasons right now. I don't know about plans for a future season or not, but yeah, that's my recommendation.
Awesome. Sounds great. You make
Yeah.
it sound really nice and heartfelt.
It is. It's a good
Yeah.
one. Yeah, I recommend it.
That's great. Cool. And I recommend Mr. Corman on Apple TV Plus. This is
Okay.
another kind of heartfelt show. I feel like stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and it's kind of it's
Oh, yeah.
pretty interesting, because it's about he's a teacher and he's kind of living life in Los Angeles. Originally, he wanted to be a musician, so it's kind of about him going through the motions of finding love and dating on social media and trying to make an image of himself with influencers in LA when he's kind of like, you know, this slow guy.
that.
And yeah, so it's all these topics that we, you know, I feel like a lot of people go through nowadays, especially if you live in, you know, Los Angeles. But if anything, anybody struggles with the same thing of like, what's my purpose? What's the point of it all? You know, and it's like, wow, it's like it's an interesting show, and I'd recommend it. Apple TV, Mr. Corman.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. I'm gonna watch it now.
Okay, great, cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad it worked. But
yeah, I'm gonna do it.
All right, guys. Well, that's it with the show. That's Freeze Frame. Lastly, we want to remind you guys, if you enjoyed the show, let us know. Give us a review on the audio platforms. We appreciate you guys listening, watching at home. It means a lot that you guys are supporting us. We have TikTok, other social media if you want to hop in there and check us out. We have all kinds of original content coming more. Lots of reactions. We love Marvel and reactions.
Love that.
But
yeah,
we
love
also
that.
do thanks. Thanks. We also do gaming content too. We like to cover games.
We like to game. Yeah.
We love games, and we'll always cover gaming. We have a gaming podcast, Checkpoint. If you guys want to check that out, other two hosts are James and Vincent. Feel free to show them love as well. But Ben, I want to thank you again for hopping on. It was a fun show with you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was awesome. Yeah, it's good seeing you. I haven't seen you in, I don't know, like what, almost a month?
I'd say about a month, right?
About a month, yeah.
Yeah.
In real life. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I'll have to come down to my hood and hang out.
Absolutely, yeah. You could show me around San Diego and show me your beaches.
We got beaches, yeah. Only 10 minutes from the house, we got a beach.
Oh wow,
so
that's cool.
Yeah,
maybe we'll
that's pretty cool.
We'll catch a movie. We'll see like the next big film that you're into. We'll see. We'll check it out.
We're gonna go. All right, let's do it. I'm trying to figure out what that would be.
Yeah, right. Like if you're keeping up with it, right?
Yeah. Whatever. Well, no. I mean, like, cause like HBO has the streaming stuff.
True.
And, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing.
We'll hop on Discord, watch it on together. Party.
Did you watch Black Widow?
I did. Yeah. I'm.
Dude,
Marvel
thumbs up?
Huge. Oh yeah,
down?
I mean, I'm a Marvel shrill. I'm putting thumbs up.
I know, I like Marvel too. So for me, I'm like, yeah, all right, okay, cool.
ScarJo, yes.
Yeah. ScarJo any day.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I know we're rambling, but you guys, I hope you all enjoy the conversation and leave a comment and talk with us, and we'll continue the conversation with you guys. But thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week for episode 30, and have a great week. Bye, everybody.